Welcome back, everybody. We're down in the office. Let's get into it.
In April, groceries ticked up slightly compared to a year ago, but fast food prices soared 4.8%.
How does that affect your budget? When you're paying more for fast food, what does that do?
It makes it harder to live, but then you have to save. So you're like, I can't have my fast food if I save.
In fact, over the last 10 years, analysis from Finance Buzz found a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese meal has more than doubled. Taco Bell's beefy 5-layer burrito spiked almost 200%, and a Chipotle barbacoa burrito is 87% more expensive. Popeyes and Burger King menu items.
Honestly, listen, this is actually what I think Americans truly gauge inflation on. We can talk about economics. We can talk about the Fed printing money. We can talk about interest rates. We can talk about trade wars. None of it really matters. Americans do fast food. We love fast food. When we go to fast food, when we see prices have gone up 100%, it doesn't matter that they tell us that the inflation rate is 2%, 3%, or 4%. None of that matters. Not when the cost increase on a Big Mac is 100%. That's how Americans look at these things. That's how I look at these things, because this is the real world impact. So, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I think it's good because it lets Americans know that the media isn't always being truthful and that these numbers really are subject to change between real world and what's being given to us.
As a result, KFC reported slower foot traffic, and McDonald's missed profit expectations for the first time in 2 years. This is lower income earners are spending less on fast food.
To make their menu more affordable, McDonald's is now considering adding a new value meal. Can I have one McChicken, please, one medium fry, and one medium Diet Coke? Right now, all of this costs $8. And to give customers relief, McDonald's may soon make it a $5 value meal.
10 years ago, that was $3. All three of those items right there were on the dollar menu.
Nationwide.
I think that would be great. I would love that.
The deal is set to start on June 25th and run about a month. McDonald's is joining Burger King, Wendy's, and Jack in the Box, already offering similar value meals.
The typical American consumer is much more focused on value now for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, because we're all poor. Because we're not getting paid enough. Inflation's crazy. And fast food companies are charging double what they were charging just a few years ago. Yeah, we want value, obviously.
Meal bundles, whether it is at quick service or table service restaurants, have become much more popular.
So what does this inflation data mean for customers? With prices staying high, the Federal Reserve is unlikely to cut interest rates come June. That means that new car loans, new mortgages, and credit card debt will remain higher, more expensive for longer. Jolene Kent, CBS News, New York.
But the thing is, these costs aren't going to go down. They're not going to go down. What we're going to get is more of these like $5 deals and things like that. And the only reason that they do them is because, as they say, is because when someone gets a $5 meal, it actually justifies the order of a second value meal, because you think that in some way you're saving money. It's kind of a like weird American fat people math. Like, I get it. I don't do it. Like, listen, it's time to stop. It's time to stop buying fast food. It's just learn to cook again. Yes, ingredients are expensive right now. They're going to be expensive in the future. You might as well grow a garden. The next expenditure that you make on Amazon should be a ski mask, because that's going to be the newest shopping tool that most people in America are going to need to go to the grocery store.
So does anybody else feel like eating out isn't worth it anymore? I literally just went to Chick-fil-A and spent $50 on food for 3 people. And then about a month ago, I had a buddy of mine who was in California visiting, and we went out to dinner at a Chinese restaurant, and we spent $85, $90, including tip. And here's the crazy thing. We only ordered 3 plates of food and 2 bowls of rice. That's it. And it cost $85. I rarely eat out, number one, because it's expensive. And then number two, and more importantly, it's very unhealthy. But I cannot believe how expensive it is to eat at a restaurant these days. Even when I was growing up, and I'm 32, by the way, you could go to McDonald's and get a large Big Mac meal for $8. Nowadays, even if you go to a fast food restaurant, I swear everything costs per person at least $12, $13, if not more. I always look at the inflation numbers that the Federal Reserve releases every month, and they keep saying inflation is down. But I keep looking at my food bill, and it keeps going up. And it's not even eating outside at restaurants too. My grocery bill is up significantly. I am spending over $2,000 on groceries every month. Comment below and let me know if you guys are experiencing the same things.
That's the thing. Everyone's going through it right now. Everything is going through it right now. If you go to the store, listen, if you're live, you're going through it right now. If you're rich, if you're wealthy, yeah, it's not going to be impacting you as much. For pretty much everybody out there on the planet, God help you if you actually have a family. But we're all going through it right now. Because, yeah, we're going to be told that inflation's at 2 or at 3%. But year after year, we're seeing 20% increase in the cost of groceries. It doesn't seem like there's a way out of this for anybody in the United States. It just seems like something that we're all just kind of destined to go through at this point. Like I said, grow a garden, get a ski mask, and really become interested in the Second Amendment, because it all just seems like it's downhill from here. I mean, especially after this weekend where we see just how divided the United States is with the No Kings protest, the same day that you had Donald Trump's Flag Day military parade / birthday party. Our country is just on edge. It's on edge. I mean, the people aren't being represented. The people aren't being taken care of by anybody. We're just seeing a crackdown on absolutely everything. But at the same time, while we're being distracted by all that, the big, beautiful bills passing, tariffs are still there, the things that are really chipping away at the economy, making life incredibly difficult for people in the United States. We're all just so easily distracted by everything else that's going on right now. It doesn't really seem like there's a way out of it. We're all going through this. And honestly, like I said, when it comes to fast food, it's time to stop. It's time to stop feeding ourselves fast food. If there's a healthy option out there, yeah, go ahead and get that. If you want fast food once a month or something like that, that's good. Now, I'm guilty of this too. I mean, I'm actually a sucker for Chinese food. American Chinese food, like, you're never going to get me to go to a P.F. Chang's. You're never going to get me to go to some Japanese steakhouse. What you are going to see me at is in the hood at the worst Chinese food place you can possibly go to. Number one, it's cheap. It's super affordable. And the quantities are fantastic. Is it a little dangerous? Yeah, but your boy was kind of raised in the ghetto, so I'm not really too worried about it. That's the life hack right there for living in America. Find you a good hood Chinese food place and just live off of that. Venture in there. Plus, it keeps you on your toes, keeps you on edge, because we all got to be dangerous these days. Get out there, live dangerously, go to the hood. No, but there are consequences to this. I do believe, and I think that we can all agree at this point, that we're going to start seeing fast food empires begin to collapse or just move out of the United States in general. Because Americans love fast food, but the thing is, the world loves fast food. And while Americans do consume more fast food per capita than anywhere else in the bar, I think Saudi Arabia, which is strange. But I might be wrong on that. It's just robbing us. It's not worth it anymore. I mean, it was never really worth it. I mean, it was definitely an advantage if you were low income, if you were broke, if you didn't have any money. At least you had a couple dollars. You had $3. You can go get, like I said, a double cheeseburger, a fry, and a drink. From McDonald's. Now, some places were a little more expensive than other places. And you know what? Hey, I got one thing here real quick, because Five Guys has always driven me nuts, because they led the way, right? They were the tip of the spear for driving up prices and making things just incredibly expensive. Like, the only time I would ever go to Five Guys was when my brother was managing one, because I'd go get stuff for free. And I like free stuff. But there's no way in hell I would be going to Five Guys and actually paying. Are the burgers good? Yeah. But are they $20 good? No.
Why is Five Guys so damn expensive? I just spent $30 on a little ass burger and some fries. Is there some Taylor Port in this motherfucker? Is there some Patron? I'm just trying to figure out, did y'all put crack in this motherfucker or something? They need to open a couple bitches or something, because I'm tired of this shit. Ain't no way. I could have bought a damn seafood boil with this. I can go to McDonald's and get me a Big Mac meal for $5. Hello? It don't take 5 minutes to flip my burger and make my fries. What the f? And don't get me wrong, they fry good as shit. But the burger don't even come with the fries. The burger is $10 all by itself. No drink, no fries. And they was trying to charge me $10 for a drink. So I went and got a water cup and put some Sprite in this. Y'all can call me ghetto, but I'm gonna save my money. Why does no one ever talk about how expensive Five Guys is?
Five Guys, no one ever talks about it. I think it's because Five Guys has kind of always been expensive. I remember even in the 2000s when they first opened up, because I, being someone who's from Virginia, DC area, that's where Five Guys is from. We used to go to the one in Woodbridge because you boy, like I said, we're a little bit ghetto. And it was great. It was fantastic. But it was still a little bit pricey. It was like $6, $7, you know, for your sandwich. And back then, that was a lot of money. That was serious money still. So, but yeah, no one talks about it. Five Guys, you know, pull it in a little bit. It shouldn't be $25 for me to go get a burger, fries, and a drink. It just shouldn't be. Like I said, everyone, it's time to break up, divorce with fast food in America. It's time to just let it crumble, right? Let it burn down, and like a phoenix rising from the ashes, let something new come up. You know, embrace the immigrant taco stand. That's what I say. Are they still, and those are still even kind of pricey, but in comparison to fast food, no, they are not. They are delicious. Go to your roach coaches, you know. I'm a Marine. I love a good roach coach. Is there a risk of me getting violently ill? Yes, but it is delicious. The roach coach all over America, the taco truck, is really the best Mexican food that you're going to get outside of California and Arizona. I'll throw shade all day at Texas for your Mexican food. It just is what it is. California reigns supreme. But anyway, guys, that's all we got for today. Yeah, we got the new light. You guys are saying, you know, get out of the truck. We give you money, so you might as well put something up. So we got a light here. We're going to build this up. My office right here. This is where I do work when I'm working from home. And, I don't know, put some lights up. Some fancy stuff. I don't know. You guys got any ideas, stuff you want me to put up, nerd stuff? I'm a big nerd. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. But I don't want to put Funko Pops up and all that crap. So, I don't know. But let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, if you are a devotee to the fast food industry, let me know. You know, what's your poison of choice? You know, what's your favorite flavor? Put it down in the comment sections. But hey, thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe. Think about becoming a member. We love you guys, and we hope you have a good one.